The age of woke is over. The age of the normie has begun. Because not only has Concord absolutely been disastrous for Sony, a monster of a company has decided to pull it from every storefront possible and refund people the game, canceling their contract. We had another one that was touted in front of us and told, look how woke and diverse we are. Look at all our DEI. Everybody's going to love this game. Except over the last week and a half, we've seen articles like Dustborn review, words hurt. Dustborn offers perspective on choices that shape us. Dustborn has a great story to tell when bad combat's not getting in the way. Another one almost lives up to the promise as an epic political road trip saga. Well, here's the saga of Dustborn, where its all-time peak was 83 players, and as far as it sits right now, over the 3-day holiday weekend, it maxed out at 36 players in total. 36. And they had to put out this statement, and of course they had to lock their threads because they knew what was coming. They knew that people were coming for them. And here it is. Since we first announced Dustborn, we've read your comments and listened to your feedback, hopes and wishes for the game. Over the past 4 years, our team has poured their hearts into telling a story that's deeply meaningful to us. A story about the power of words. About building a world where everyone can feel safe, about love, friendships, robots, of course. We expected Dustborn to spark conversation and debate, and looked forward to engaging with our players in a positive and constructive fashion. Unfortunately, that conversation has been drowned out by a tidal wave of hate and abuse. Your game was trash. Now, I don't even need to bother reading the rest of this, because this quite literally could have been a DM to all the 83 people, and it would have been, you would have needed to lock your replies. But all of this is a lie and a cope, because the internet is forever. The internet is forever. And we can go back and look at exactly what the developers of this red thread were saying back in 2015, almost 10 years ago. And what sparked this absolute rage from this developer? Well, let's talk about it. I'm sure that this is all just a tremendous coincidence. After all, where in the course of 3 games would Ragnar have the time or opportunity to introduce positive white male characters or a negative non-white character? And this is where the triggered response begins and where everything breaks down to how we know Red Thread is full of shit when they say that they wanted to open up discourse. This is the most fucked up, useless, and offensive observation I've read this week, and that includes the Steam forums. I stay away from most discussions these days because the internet is an increasingly depressing and upsetting place, but I'd hope shit like this wouldn't poison our official forums. And since you called me out personally, I feel I'm entitled to respond. That's his entire problem right there. He is entitled. Our team is predominantly white and male. That's unfortunate. That sums it up right there. They hate white people. And hopefully, something we can change in the long term. But hey, we live in Norway and we work in the game industry. Them's the shakes, as they say. As white males, we have absolutely nothing against our own gender or ethnicity, except that it gets dull. We have had enough white maleness in our daily lives. Diversity is fun, colorful, inspiring. It makes creating words and writing stories more interesting. I think he's openly admitting he fetishizes other races, which I'm told was racist. And he goes on to say, I actually believe we've failed miserably at diversity in the past. April was white and straight. Zoe, despite her having mixed heritage, she's part Chinese, is by all appearances white and straight. And he goes on to just talk about how he hates the characters he have are white. But the rest of this is what I really want to get into, because this is what really makes me laugh about this. I know you're trolling, and I'm sure giving you exactly what you want right now. But this kind of shit frustrates me, annoys, and upsets me greatly. We don't have a political agenda, X to doubt. Other than try and represent the world where there aren't just white guys, but a mix of good people and bad people of all colors. Well, that's proven to be false over the last 9 years. Ethnicities and sexual orientations. Like the real world, because our fictional world stays as white as they were in Dreamfall and TLJ, they would appear ridiculously outdated, which ruins the fiction. I think we're still not there, but at least we're on par with other media now. I'm not ashamed of the lack of diversity in chapters. That's it. They're trying to be on par with the media. The media that everybody hates, that the normies don't want to watch, that nobody wants to be part of, that have been wrong about everything. But hey, perhaps this is not the real world you live in. Maybe you live in a world where your whiteness and maleness is under constant threat from increasing diversity and acceptance of others who may not look, speak, or act like us. And if that is the case, maybe it's time you reflect a bit on your own values and positions, or you'll be left far, far behind. How's that leaving us far, far behind going, buddy? How's that leaving us far, far behind? When literally a game about a monkey that is made in China, who's one of their key marketing points, at least for the US, was it's not woke, has millions of players, stays at over 1 million players at any time of the day, and you can't muster up 100 players for your diverse game. This absolutely sums up everything that we need to know about you and your company, and wokeness is that it is dead. You are the ones that are being left behind. You could not accept the reality that nobody wants to play these stupid games that are nothing but political statements. You can say they're not political statements all you want, but the reality is you don't have the normies, the normal people who just want to relax. You have lost the majority of the people, and you don't even have enough woke people to support your companies because only 83 people play this, with all the propaganda you guys put out, with multiple games journalists, games websites trying to prop up your game. You lost it all. So tell us again, Ragnar here, how we're going to be left far, far behind when you can't even muster 100 people to play your game. You get what you deserve. That's all I have to say. But that's it for this video, guys. Make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share this one out. And until the next one, guys, be easy like sleazy.